Scott, thank you for joining us. That's a great feeling, back to winning ways here at the Broadfield Stadium. Can I get your reflection on the game first?
Yeah, obviously pleased with the result. I thought the players worked extremely hard today. In the pre-match meeting, I used a clip from Russell Martin, who spoke after his game last night, and he spoke about running, not just being a soft underbelly with possession and making a million passes and not being able to run. And I thought it was a really brilliant message from Russell, and I used it in my pre-match meeting about, we want to be a really controlled team who pass the ball and make passes, but we also need to be aggressive in terms of with the ball, driving into spaces and being aggressive with the ball, but also without the ball, about pressing hard and fast, thickening up, running back in, recovery runs, and almost running over teams as well without the ball, as well as being good with the ball. And I thought the players did it brilliantly today, and I felt that even in the first half, I felt we could have played in behind their line a little bit more than we did. I think the times we did, we hurt them. I remember a great ball from, I think it was Dion Conroy to Darcy down the left-hand side, and we got in brilliantly. And I felt we could have asked more questions of them with them sort of balls, especially in the first half. I thought we did it better in the second half because we spoke about it and addressed it. I liked us today. I like the fact that we created good chances. We targeted their left-hand side. In the build-up to the game, we watched the Mansfield game. Mansfield scored 4 goals against them, and they all come from down that left-hand side, our right side. And both our goals come from that same area. Nick Cerulda's first cross for Orsi's goal. Good ball in the box, great movement from Orsi, getting across the near post. And a fantastic ball from Kellen Gordon for Lolos' goal down our right side. So, areas that we targeted and like I say, the running stats were through the roof because the players were prepared to put a real shift in today after what was a tough game on Tuesday.
Yeah, I was just going to touch on that. Last season we spoke a lot about the running, especially when you came in. You said that there's certain distances that players will need to hit to achieve victories and achieve positive performances. It seemed like the lads, all of them, didn't really stop today at any point. And in a busy run of games which we're having, the pitches are slightly heavier with the rain. That it must be quite hard for them. So it must be really pleasing for you to see that they get through that.
Yeah, for sure. They really did it today. They really did work hard today. And we knew it was going to be a tough game. I don't care where they are in the table, and what people's perception would be of this game today. That was a tough game today because they're fighting for their lives. They're going to scrap for every single ball that drops, and they did. And we had to make sure that we had that aggression to run hard, to follow and track, stay with runners, to press hard up the pitch. Like I say, I thought the players executed that brilliantly. And obviously pleased with the goals. Thought the goals were good. And of course, keeping a clean sheet is amazing.
It seemed like we had to be quite patient in the first half. There was, we were moving around the ball a lot, still keeping a lot of possession. But in terms of waiting for that, clear-cut chance that ended up getting us a goal, it took us sort of 36 minutes to get that. And I suppose that's a good thing for you, showing that we can show that composure and wait our chance and not get sort of frustrated.
Yeah, and the way we play, that is exactly that. People want us to pump the ball in the box at every time we get over the halfway line. It's not our strengths to do that. I think we can ask questions of the opposition more so. Having said that, but I do think there's a way of doing it. And patience is probably a key word in a team what's building possession and playing with the ball like we do. And I thought we looked assured today. We looked assured defensively as well. I think there was kind of a real big chance for them right at the end with their header, I believe, where Corey makes a good save. That's probably their biggest chance, maybe with the clock running down right in the last minute. They're throwing bodies forward at that moment, and it's difficult. But I thought the players were, like I say, I thought they were really good today.
We spoke before the game about the impact of the squad that showed again today. Obviously, Lolos coming off the bench to score our second goal. Gordon played a big part in that off of the bench. Forster was very bright when it came on, as with the others, including Jack Rolls. You know, it must be pleasing to see that, you know, what we were talking about before the match, you know, ended up paying off, and we've got that squad to really kick us on to victory.
Yeah, the subs were brilliant today, wasn't they? You know, Lolos obviously gets his goal, but I thought he had some really good glimpses as well. I think he hit the post as well, didn't he? Kellen Gordon was very good down the right hand side when he come on, and of course Harry Forster really caused them problems down the left hand side. So no, really pleased with that. And again, we've got a big tough game on Tuesday. We'll probably have to, you know, rotate it round again. So, but we know we've got players in them forward positions that can come on fresh and cause the opposition problems.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Well, Scott, it must have been pleasing to actually have that celebration in front of the fans for the first time since New Year's Day.
Yeah, I've just actually apologised to the players because I felt quite anxious in that game today, because I felt that I really wanted to win this game today. It was a real importance to us, because I felt that we've showed brilliant character. The players have worked extremely hard on the training ground, and we've showed a real togetherness as a group. And I so wanted them to win today because how hard they've worked. And towards the end of the game, you know, I was really relieved when we scored the second goal. I thought, you know, but I did feel anxious in the game, so I apologised to the players, because I never want to feel like that, because I don't want that anxiousness to spill out onto the players. I don't want them to feel that. And it was more kind of celebrating with the fans at the end. There was more relief than anything that we got that win that I think that we deserved. And so it was more relief than anything, but an enjoyable moment as well.
Yeah, how important was the timing of the first goal as well? Because did that mean that Forest Green had to come out even more in the second half?
Yeah, probably. I would like to have scored maybe sooner. But yeah, I think that it becomes difficult when a team kind of sit in there and bank in, and there's not many spaces to try and nullify them. To try and hurt them. And we did find it hard. And I think that when we actually played our possession football, we brought them out a little bit. And like I say, I think we could have probably, in them moments, maybe asked a few more questions of them in behind them. Like I said, there was one moment in the first half where Dion hit a great ball in behind for Darcy, and I think that we potentially could have tagged them in behind a little bit more than we did. You know, and I think that second half we did it probably better, but I think there was more spaces in the second half anyway.
Yeah, and bringing those three players on at the same time, was that always the plan, or was that?
Well, they changed. Yeah, sorry, they changed their shape. They went to a 4-3-3, and I wanted to change our shape, which I did. I dropped Darcy slightly lower and put Lolos on their deep midfield player, Bunker, who come on. And then our wide players would match up against their fullbacks. They went to a back four, so it was kind of like, because of their change, I felt that we could nullify them, but also give us energy as well going the other way, which I felt obviously that did happen.
Yeah, and Darcy also got man of the match today. I thought he had more impact when you made the change. Is that his better position back there, or?
No, I think he's better higher up the pitch, obviously, but I think that he was like a Duracell bunny today, wasn't he? He just kept going and going and going. Unbelievable energy, and made kind of tackles, and he was just fantastic, and made good decisions on the ball. Thought he was very, very good today, Darcy, and we're really pleased to have him.
Excellent, thanks.
Cool.
Just a quick one, Scott. Your celebrations, was it because you said you felt anxious, but weren't the crowd good though?
Crowd were brilliant. That was hard.
That was part of it, that you sort of sensed that they were staying with
I think
you?
the biggest part of it was for sure, they always stay with us. They're brilliant fans. I've kind of made that really clear. But the biggest part for me is when you've gone 4 games and not picked up anything, and then you draw a game against a team that a lot of perception would be that we should win. It was important that we won this game today for me, because it keeps everything alive. I don't know what, I've not looked at the table, but we're still very much alive and kicking, so that was important to me. But no, I really enjoyed that moment with the fans at the end, I'm just really happy that we won the game because the players have put so much in.
Brilliant, it was good to see, Scott.
Thank you.
It was a good moment.
Thank you.